Hello, welcome again to your most exciting lifestyle magazine program, The Eagles Zone. My name is Emmanuel Babayaran. You can call me the Godfather. You will not be mistaken. A while ago, when we come right back, I'll bring to you my co-host and then, of course, the biggest of them all. Meanwhile, just a little snippet, we are at the John Fashanu Sports Arena. The Super Eagles is arguably Nigeria's biggest and brightest brand. Most definitely the nation's most uniting factor and image laundering mechanism. And as the name goes, only an elite few men and women are privileged to bear the name. The Eagles Zone chronicles the lifetimes and tales of these icons, heroes, and legends. Join us on this journey of epic proportions as they share their lives with you directly from the horse's mouth. The lives of Segun Odegbami,
Samson Siasia,
Celestine Babayaro.
Tijani Babangida,
My name is Emmanuel Babayaro.
and I'm Chichi Umesaka.
It is a lifestyle.
No, it's a masterclass.
This is the Eagles Zone. Welcome again. And just like I promised you, I always delivered. You know what I mean? I think I should start being your delivery boy, you know? I should start being your delivery boy because I always deliver, you know? As usual, I couldn't do this alone because it's so huge and so big that I needed to make sure that the genie is with me. And no other person could do it better than my own producer. You call him my co-host, you call him my co-anything, co-anchor, but I call her my co-colleague. Oh, Chichi. Whoa.
Thank you for having me here.
And like I said, we have a global brand with us today. His name is global, his face is global, his speech is global. He's done it all, name it, from humble beginning in the streets of England, you know, to the highest, to the pinnacle of football, winning one of the most coveted trophies as far as football is concerned in the United Kingdom. Some people call him Fash the Cash, some call him Fash the Bash, some call him the Money Man, but legitimately we call him John Fashanu!
Yes, yes. I must say, some do call me a bloody idiot. I must be truthful.
Nobody does that. I don't believe it. I think if there's any other name out there, it should be
The legend.
the legend, the
Yeah.
smart man.
Yeah.
I'll let you in on a secret.
Yes.
Now this is a secret. Now
Okay.
you're gonna have
Emma.
to guard it closely.
Yes.
We was walking. I never told you this, but we was walking someday with a very good friend of mine. You know, and then we saw you at the airport. The what do you call this other wing? The private plane wing. Where you
Okay.
get yeah, my friend, he had a private jet. We was traveling, and then we saw you, and we was gonna say hello. But guess what? Because we had some few ladies with us around there, and one of the friends, I'm not gonna tell you who he was because you know him very well. He held us back. He said, "Hey, we are with women. Don't say hello to Fash. Don't go close to Fash. We are with women. You can only say hello to Fash when you're alone.
When I know.
Don't say hello to Fash when
Because
you're
the
with
women are
women.
gonna run.
Oh, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
I confess, I'm guilty. Take me away, madame.
I thought you were going to say it wasn't me.
Well, no, it was me. And if it wasn't me, there's some problem there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for availing us. Not just with your time, but with your beautiful sporting arena. And amazing stuff you've got here, John. I mean, and that goes with exactly what we're all about, what this
Yeah.
program is all about. And by the way, I need you to understand the beautiful lady beside you created this program.
Oh,
You
I
know-
didn't notice that.
You know what the Jamaicans will say? She called the shot. Me
Yes.
lick it. Me lick the shot, but she calls the shot. You know what I mean? So we would like for you, you know, we already know who you are, but the public also knows, they know the name, but they don't really know.
Yes, they don't
John
really know
Fash.
what goes
Now,
with that name.
exactly. So we want John Fash, to run us through from the humble beginning, the streets of London, how the dream started, how the whole thing started, how football started, getting into football from where and how, club level. The world needs to see this. I think it's one of the things we should do to take this picture with us.
Yes, absolutely.
You've got an amazing edifice, right? You're doing great. One beautiful thing this program has exposed us to, or myself, let me use myself as an example, has exposed me to, because before now, I thought, and that's true, and that was very, in my opinion, probably delusional, I had thought that I was the only one doing great with youngsters, trying to bring up youngsters. But we found testimony.
Yes.
We had someone on this same program telling us of how Taribo West changed their
His life,
lives.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Not just himself, but another 5 Super Eagles players.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Taribo West was their beginning
Wonderful.
and was the dream and was the connect.
Sure.
I don't know if you understand.
Yes,
And I started
yes.
asking myself, hello, you must be delusional thinking you are the only one. And now I'm here, I'm seeing this beautiful thing, and I'm seeing the beautiful thing you are doing. I know definitely somewhere in that story, we will definitely hear some great young players and I'm like, okay, hello, you're not even doing up to what some of these people are doing. You know what I mean? So if you would just run us through those times, please. Let the world know these things, your life and times of this Super Eagle.
Yes.
Please.
Well, thank you very much. And let me say I'm very happy to be here. This is my home. I've been here now 15 years,
Wow.
going on to 16 years. So it's not a place where I can say I can get lost. We're here at the John Fashanu Sports Academy. We're not at the Football Academy, we're at the Sports Academy. But I've taken it amongst myself to say that this is my game. Anything to do with kicking the ball is mine. Justifiably, because we've had now 7 players who've gone to Europe.
Wow.
To take 7 players to Europe has been hard work, but it's because at the end of the day they believe in John Fashanu, and when I say that I've got a good player, we've got a good player. And may I add, not all men, 2 women as well, which has been very, very important, because you've got to balance it.
Sure.
Women and men at the same time. We've got boxers who have gone as well.
Wow.
So it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be in a position where people actually listen to you, where you can say, I want my player to play for Arsenal. And I know when we get on the plane, 2 hours, we're in London and we're at Arsenal's training ground. And because John Fashanu says he's a good player, they will give him the benefit of the doubt and they'll see what he's like. And that's the beauty of playing football. What we have had, the other side, there's always 2 sides to everything good. We've had the sides where you have young men who are smoking marijuana. And they've got into London, didn't tell me at all. I did a very strong, strict interview. And he told me everything apart from he was on drugs.
Oh my God.
So those situations can be very, very dangerous because they can spoil your relationship.
Even your brand.
brand and everything. John Fashanu recommended this young man, yet he's smoking marijuana.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now we're a little bit, well, let's say we're very stiff with who we let go and go on, whether it's a lady, whether it's a man. Don't think that it's only men who smoke drugs.
Absolutely.
And we've come to terms with that, and we're now sending players. I would say we do maybe 1 player every 2 months.
Okay.
And when I say that, that's again men and women. But we've now moved into boxers as well. I was a boxer for many years, and I enjoyed boxing.
Before going into football?
Before going into football, didn't enjoy being.
I think you grew up as a boxer because he was always fighting on the street back in the days, right?
I was always fighting. Yeah. And I now am able to spot a good boxer and send him out to America, wherever they want to go. Again, basketball players going out to America. So we've got a fully comprehensive sports academy here, and it is doing very, very well.
Fantastic.
And I'm blessed.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Now, The John Fashanu part, from the beginning.
How did it start?
Or maybe if I should put it in the Beningi.
In the Beningi. That's good.
Let's have John Fashanu in the Beningi.
Yes, that's a long one. You know, I'm a Nigerian. Let's get it right. I went in to live in England because my mother there just couldn't cope in Nigeria with me and my older brother Justin. I saw you look at me when I said with me. He's crazy, that John. You know, going to England was probably the most difficult thing for me because there was very few blacks.
Especially at that time.
Yes, at that time.
It was crazy at that time.
And it meant that every day at school we would go through this fighting procedure where, and of course I would always be the one who was beaten up because I was the smallest then.
Wow.
So I got used to being beaten up regularly every day until I managed to get my brother to actually assist me and to take me to a boxing gym where they do boxing and they do looking after themselves. Because in Europe, you have to look after yourself.
You've got to be tough.
You have to. And I learned how to to look after myself. Shortly after that, I now went to college, and my brother Justin was the first black Nigerian player playing in a big area. He, unfortunately, from everything which we were doing, he committed suicide. Now, you know, that's a horrible word, and it's something which you never expected would ever happen.
Absolutely.
This is Justin Fashanu, who was playing for Nottingham Forest, a great footballer.
A global brand.
Global brand.
It was everywhere at the
But
time.
like everybody says, everybody has their reasons why, etc., etc. I won't go into his reasons why. But that was a staunch message to me, that you have to know what you're doing and you have to know what you want to do in life, which was very important. And my objective in life was to be a successful footballer and win the FA Cup final, of which we did against Liverpool.
Wow.
And winning the FA Cup final, playing for a small team like Liverpool, was unheard of.
Sorry, like you said, a small team like Liverpool. Do you want
A small team like Wimbledon.
Yeah, exactly. For the sake,
Yes.
I might know, but they
Let's get
don't
that
know.
right.
So for their sake.
Yes. We worked hard. We had a lot of money coming in, and so I then now went into the television business. I went in, enjoyed the television. I think I actually just enjoyed people looking at me, to be quite honest. I must admit. When you're playing in front of 20,000, you're playing in front of 30,000 supporters everywhere, you get used to this and you
Yeah,
start
I
used to
understand,
the
yeah.
attention.
Sure.
And so from
And then when you're tall, good looking, well spoken.
No, that's me. Yeah.
That's you.
No, it's not you.
Yeah, that's you, right?
Yeah. Let's not get mixed up. I think you're coming round to say that was me.
Yeah. You know, so yeah, I understand.
I mean, it was a dream come true to actually present one of the biggest television shows in the world called Gladiators.
Are you ready?
Excuse me, he's taking my line.
He's actually getting the voice.
Yes, yeah.
Impersonation.
Step up.
I need to talk to my attorney. He's gonna talk
Yeah.
to cash, you know. Real fast, talk to cash.
Wow.
I loved it. It was great because it was the first television show which struck 18 million viewers.
Yeah.
Wow.
At the time.
At the time.
At that time,
Wow.
absolutely.
Hooga! Gladiators!
Wow.
Are you ready? Oh, I loved it. And it got so
And you
enjoyable.
created that.
I created it,
Everything.
Like you created the show.
yes. Yes. And even if I didn't, I would say I did. So let's just get that right, okay? Let's not miss.
I get that. I get that.
Let's say I was very important. I was in that show because it was very difficult to find black people then, black presenters.
Yeah, absolutely,
then.
yeah.
You couldn't find them.
And who could do what you did? It was
That's it.
iconic.
Yeah.
And I
You're
think-
natural.
And I think it was because they enjoyed to see a black man speaking the Queen's English. So
Okay.
I was there on the show talking, and that threw me on to the next television show. And then it just started throwing me from television shows to
Wow.
television shows, and I became a very well-known television
Absolutely,
presenter.
absolutely at the time. Yeah.
Doing all these shows, which was absolutely marvelous. I now realize that yes, enjoyable, but your home is your
His
home.
home.
And I'm going home.
Wow.
So after spending 15 years in England, I said to myself, I'm going back to Nigeria,
Nigeria.
the motherland.
Wow.
I wasn't born here, but certainly I'm going to live here. And I started off meeting the president, which was absolutely a godsend. That was amazing.
Which
Because-
president was that?
Mr. President,
Obasanjo.
can I say it? Is that
Yeah,
right
sure,
to
sure,
say?
you can.
Yes, yes,
He
Yes,
asked questions.
Obasanjo
Yeah.
was wonderful man, absolutely wonderful. I came into this place called, what's our place called now? Where are we? I said,
it the
you know where we are?
Should I mention the
Yes,
estate?
yes.
Is it Sun City?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to say that word. I don't want to say that word.
You said it, not him. She said it, not you.
You are just putting me on the
I don't
spot
want to
here.
say it.
She said it, not you.
Yes. Obasanjo was amazing, absolutely wonderful man. He, in that day, gave me 12 houses.
No way.
And when I say that, that's one of the reasons why I don't want to say it.
Fantastic.
It just brought me here to this godsend place and said, John Fashanu, wake up, come on. This is for you, this is for you, this is, wow.
Wow.
12 houses. And those houses now are what I live on.
Fantastic.
And Obasanjo is an amazing man,
Fantastic.
absolutely amazing. And from here, I now built this enormous sports academy, which again was given to me.
Well, absolutely.
And he was really my father that I didn't have. And he really made sure that everything was okay for me.
Wow.
In my difficult times, I would always go and see Mr. President, and he would
Fantastic.
help and assist. And so it's, I'm not going to say it's been easy, because it hasn't
course,
been easy.
yes, of course.
But certainly he's been a wonderful,
Worthwhile.
person in my life.
One of the unique things about this show is it's going to be appealing more to the youngsters.
Yes.
So, and then the youngsters who dare to dream. So they're more interested in hearing that dream. We want to hear, how did John start playing football? Where did he start playing football?
Yes.
What club? And at what point?
Well,
the
ours was
memories.
different because I had a brother, Justin, who was 1 year older than me, and I always wanted to play football. I would see my older brother doing wonderful skills with the ball, and I would want to be part of that. And so what I did was, wherever he would go, I would make sure that I would go. If he got on the school bus, I would make sure I got on the same school bus. When I got to school, I have to walk about 20 minutes to get to my own school.
Wow.
But because he was the one who attracted the attention, he was the one that you could see. Everybody was shouting, Justin Fashanu,
yeah.
Justin Fashanu. It was amazing. But I realized that I've got an opportunity here. And boy, I certainly did. At the age of 16, I joined Norwich City Football Club. From 16 at Norwich City Football Club, I now went to a very wonderful club called Wimbledon. Wimbledon were the makers, or they can be the destroyers. But they were wonderful for me. They were in the English Premier League. Well, they were just getting to the English Premier League. And I felt it very, very difficult because I never heard of racism. What I got at school was something that I expected because, I don't mind
Kids,
a little
yeah.
punch here
There
and
are
there.
always bullies
Yeah.
from kids and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
But here, it was damn right racism.
Wow.
And you have to make sure that you're ready for that. I say to any of the boys that after training here, I take them to England, you've got to be ready for racism. It comes in many, many different faiths.
yeah.
Yes. And you don't know when it's going to come. But after a few years, I started to get used to it. And then I was at a wine bar eating, and I had my team's football
Jesse.
shirt on, and I was enjoying myself. And Manchester, well, I won't say a team player who was against me actually came into the bar and put a glass in my face. when he put a glass in my face for playing for a different team and for us winning that match, which we did, he put the glass in my face, and nobody came to my assistance because of the racism side of it, because most of the young men there were white. And of course, I was on my own. And so this
And
is...
he's white.
He's white. And so, you know, I had to take that with a glass in my eye, and I nearly lost my eye through that.
Oh my God.
But it taught me that we're never going to merge.
Yeah.
We are different. One
need to
is
protect
black,
yourself.
one is white. Get
yeah.
used to it.
Black, white.
Black,
That's
white,
different.
that's
It is
it.
that different.
That's it. Don't ever think that this is black and we're all black or we're all... No, there's a difference. And I think that that's what started me off, realizing that now, are you going to be a television presenter? You're going to be a footballer? What you going to do? Are you going to be a police officer? Because these were all the things that I thought that I would do. So I now went straight away and I learned how to do martial arts.
Wow.
After learning for...
Just for self-defense.
Just for self-defense. For self-defense because I had a mother and I had friends around who were white, but because they'd brought on John, I'm now black, they're seen as being black. And so you can't say my mother was white. Now they say, oh, that black woman? Yeah, you seen her, boys?
Wow.
Her boy is black.
Wow.
It made it very, very difficult.
Yeah.
And we were living in a place called Norfolk. And the Norfolk was a very difficult place because there were no blacks there at all.
Wow.
And it made it almost impossible. It made it that sometimes I would have to go out with my mother because she would be attacked. And so, but the people hadn't seen black people then.
Yeah.
It was at a stage then, let's
can
go
relate,
back
yeah.
30 years, they'd never seen black people. They suddenly see you talking and they'll go, what?
And not
Yes.
only talking like
Talking,
that.
talking
With their
like
accent
that.
like that. Yeah.
She said, "Hey, can I see your hat?
Wow.
Wow.
Are you serious?
He's black. And all I could do was smile because there was nothing else to do.
Sadly,
And I can remember vividly my first girlfriend. And I got my first girlfriend at 18 because nobody younger than that would come for a black man.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's got this disease. Oh, he's got that. He's done this. Oh, no, you don't want to go. I know, no, I'm not letting my daughter go with him. No. We got to the stage where I was just trying to find a girlfriend. And suddenly, out of the blue, I don't know how it happened, there was a report that I was challenging some white boys at the university. And of course, that was the report. Nobody cares whether it's true or not, but that's the report in writing. So now they came to the school, the university, and I was arrested. I'd never been arrested before. I didn't even know what policemen were. And in front of the whole school, they took me taken away into the van and took me into the police office, which was the wrong thing for me because I took it so badly. I felt so ostracized. I felt so terrible. What have I done? It's a mistake to be black. So for the next 2 or 3 years, I went through this period of not liking blacks.
oh wow.
You're black. No, please, go away.
Get away from me, yeah.
Keep away from me. I don't want trouble. And that was making my head go round, and I was being lost in these situations. And I must admit, it was a very difficult time. And also, at that stage, my brother had he was going through a very difficult time himself. And with racism as well.
Yeah.
And very unfortunate, he committed suicide. So the pressure was on. It was like somebody was pushing you all the time. And then seeing your elder brother take his own life, wow.
And it still reverberates back to you as well.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's exactly it. It was a very, very difficult time. And may I also say that my mother and father, well, of course, were white. So you had nowhere to turn to. And the only brother I had...
Hold on. Your dad is white?
Yes. And my dad is white, my mother was white, because I was fostered from a school
Yeah.
Okay.
in London.
Okay.
We were given away
to them.
You were
to the
Oh, okay,
foster
okay,
children.
okay,
And we were, so we had nobody. So I didn't even understand what it was to be black. My goodness.
You just saw yourself being black.
I actually thought I was white. That's the humor of it.
Yeah.
I thought I was white.
I mean, you were British. You know, you grew up through the system.
My accent.
Your accent, your everything. Your
way of
parents are
thinking.
white, so how the heck am I not white? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. There'll be a horrible television program talking about blacks, and I'll say, "Oh God, you know these black people smell. Who is with these? Oh,
Wow.
I'm black. Hello." But nobody would say, "John, you're black as well."
Yeah.
Everybody took me as being white.
Yeah.
Until I got to the age of 14, 15, where every woman that I made an approach to would say, "Oh, he's black. Be careful, he's black. Oh, no, don't go with him." Well,
I mean, you weren't looking at the mirror.
well, I was looking at the
It's
mirror,
an
but I just
illusion, it
couldn't
happens.
see it.
I agree with him.
that I
agree
was
with him.
black.
So we've got quite a number of them.
Yes.
It's not just him. It didn't just happen to him. I don't want to start mentioning names because some of them are very notable people, famous
Yeah.
like he is. You know, we've got this footballer back then, played in the Premiership as well. Almost everybody didn't like him because he doesn't like blacks. But guess what? He is black. As I speak with you, his son is playing in the Premiership right now.
Wow.
So he's a black dude, but he doesn't like black people. And he's black. So yeah,
He's black.
I mean,
It's
because he grew up in the
crazy.
system, yeah.
Sometimes when I'm now older and I go through that, you just want to shoot yourself. You say, "What, was I an idiot?" I'm black.
Yeah, I know,
Well, you were
right?
a kid.
But I was a kid. I would go into parties and everybody's waving and everybody's... and I just couldn't... I'd cry sometimes because nobody would wave back to me. They would push me out the
my
way
God.
because I didn't realise I was black.
Yeah.
Why, guys? What's,
Yeah, you don't, they would have been looking at you. Look at this black dude
Yes.
trying to be white.
does he have to come in? I heard him. Does he have to come in? There's John Fashanu there. Ask him to go through the back door. No, we don't. Because everybody was white. And I'm thinking, God, Jesus, guys, give me a break, please, you nigger.
Wow.
Get
Yeah,
out.
yeah, I understand.
And it was for a black man one of the worst times
Sadly.
of my life.
And you were in Wimbledon at
Yes.
that particular
Yes.
time. Can you run us through that? Wimbledon, winning the famous
FA Cup
FA
final.
Cup final.
Which was amazing.
Your
The biggest
teammates in that particular
trophy.
because I understand quite a number of you were very iconic people. One of them even in the movie world today, one of the biggest actors in the
Vinnie
world.
Jones.
You know, so can you just run
Yeah.
them through it?
Well, Wimbledon was an amazing club because we were the football club that everybody believed that couldn't go far. And of course, we broke the odds as we always do. And we were all, should we say, white, only one slightly half caste, but myself, of course,
Black.
black and stood out. But again, I was resisting being
In
black.
black.
I don't want to be black. If I saw somebody who was black and we were in the bus traveling somewhere, I'm the one who would start taking the mickey
Yeah.
out of that black guy. Look at him. Look at how he's he's black.
Oh my
Idiot.
God.
You idiot. I'm black. And they're all white. That was my way of getting some people to like me,
Yeah, yeah.
just to get some attention.
You just want to be one of the last.
Just want to be one of the whites. Guys, yeah, that's great. Come on, leave him. Look at him, black bugger.
Wow.
That's horrible when I think about it. But I was under so much pressure. I can remember when I was going for the school bus, and the school bus would come up, and I say, "Hey, hey!" He'd drive straight past me. That's because the driver was an ex-school boy, but didn't like blacks at all. And so it went on. It became competitive, and I thought, what am I going to do here? Am I going to be like my brother and take his own life and kill himself? Or am I going to be a little bit, my character is stronger. I've
Yeah.
realized my brother has passed away. That was a horrible situation. He couldn't take it. And again, he was accused of something horrible
Yeah.
with a white boy, and he committed suicide.
He couldn't handle it.
He couldn't handle that at all. He couldn't handle that. So it's me left. And so here I've got to make something out of this because it's a very difficult situation. And I think the only time that I would appreciate being black was when I came home to the motherland.
Wow. Wow.
So many opponents, so many different situations. Situations where you're now getting into your 17, 16, 17, and you've seen a beautiful, lovely young lady, and you've gone up to say, "Hey babes, how you doing, darling? You all right?"
Wow.
You smell. I smell? How can you say I smell?
I've got a 500 pound cologne.
Yeah,
You understand
yeah,
what I'm saying?
sprayed
And
everywhere.
spray and all that.
And
yeah.
she's saying it because she's with her girlfriend.
Yeah,
They're both
yeah,
white.
you're right,
And she
yeah,
doesn't want
yeah,
me to
yeah.
can you keep away? Please, John,
was really
keep
bad.
away.
Oh, it was bad, especially at that time. It's much better now, but it was horrible back at the
It
time.
was
I
horrible.
agree. Now, when did John Fashanu get into the Super Eagles?
Well,
And how?
now got into the Super Eagles, and again we've got issues here. The coach, and I'm not going to say who the coach was.
Yeah.
Coach said, "John Fashanu, you're a great player. This is great. You want to be a Super Eagles player?" "Yes, I do, sir. Yes, I do." "Then you've got to put down X amount." What?
Yeah, no, you said that before.
I don't have that money, sir. I've just come from an English family. We have no money.
wow.
I don't have that money. "Well, if you don't have that money, I don't have that money. So let's leave it." And he left me. I had to fly back to England. And I was lucky because it was the MKO Abiola who
Yeah,
brought
very
me there.
consistent story.
And
this, you're
I
saying.
didn't want to put any pressure on Abiola. I didn't want to ask him for money because I'm an Englishman.
Yeah.
Englishman, when do you ask a black man
Black
for
man?
money? I couldn't do it. So he said to me, I remember he said to me, Fashanu, John Fashanu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how you told. Fashanu.
Fashanu.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you paid? Have you? I said, "Sir, I can't. I cannot be seen paying to play football
For your country.
for my country. I have what it takes in these legs. I'm not going to pay for it." "No, I'm sorry. No, Mr. President, please just put me on a plane. Let me just go home. I'm sorry." So the second time I came back again, and almost the same thing again. The third time, and I begged this man. I said, "Please, I will give you the money when I get the money. When I've done my appearances and I get paid, promise you, I will pay you, sir. I will pay you." He said, "No, John Fashanu, I'm sorry, we can't do it like that." He said to me, "Do you not think that these players have not paid themselves?" I said, "I don't know, but you shatter my belief when you tell me all the players have had to pay you to get into the team. That's not football."
At all.
But that's how he did it. So I came, that's the third time. I came 3 times. His Excellency MK Abiola brought me 3 times, which I never told anybody because I didn't want the trouble, I didn't want the fighting, the arguing. 3 times to play for the motherland. And in the end, on the 4th time when I was getting ready, in London, they said, "John Fashanu, you're far better than what we've got in the England team. Come and play for England." And I went to play for England.
Period.
Got straight into the team, did very well, and I made my first appearances in the English team and left Nigeria. Very sad.
Wow.
It was very, very sad. And now, when I speak to our managers, the Super Eagles, and I say I have the experience, I have it because I've had years, 18, 19 years of football, and I have it. Yet again, ask for money. That's just one of these horrible things which happens, unfortunately. It's one of the blemishes I think that we have in our lovely, beautiful country.
Footballing system.
The
yeah.
the footballing system in itself. And the thing is, it's not the same person who was asking for the money now.
Yeah, it's another person.
It's another person.
But still carrying on with the same legacy of
That's it.
asking.
I said I've spent 15, 16 years winning matches in the highest area of football, and you're asking me for money to be the manager. Wow, there's something wrong. There's something really wrong.
Now, but for the purpose of this interview,
Yes.
and for some of us who knew, because we're back in the den, we was always, it was magazine then.
Yes.
Every cover is John Fashanu. And initially it was Justin.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it was no longer Justin, it was John Fashanu in all the magazines and stuff.
Yes.
But I think if I remember, you had like a cap or two for Nigeria.
That's right.
So how did that come about?
Well, I had a cap because
Because one will be thinking, the
Yes.
average listener will be thinking, okay, if they were asking and he was leaving, so how and when was he able to
Yes.
get the cap he got?
Well, I was very lucky because I was full of promises. Oh, no, I've got your money, sir. No, I've got everything. Don't worry. As soon as the whistle blows, I'll be ready. My thinking was, when the whistle blows for the end of the match, we're going to be fighting.
Yeah.
We're going to be fighting. So just get rid of it because I don't have any money. But what I can do is I can come on as substitute. Just give me a little bit of substitution, because if I don't come on, I've got an argument. I'm going to argue to hell.
Yeah.
You didn't let me play, so I'm not paying you any money. I was only a substitute, so I was a substitute twice. And they didn't, that's exactly what they would have done. They would have put me as substitute, kept me there, and asked me for money. But what I did was I made very clear that if I don't play, I'm not going to pay. You don't pay, I'm not going to pay.
No play, no pay.
That's it.
No P, no P. No
That's
play,
it,
no
that's
pay.
it. That's it. And I got away with that. A lot of bad mouth and a lot of pushing and shoving as we got to with the coach then. And it wasn't so good, it wasn't so nice. But it didn't make sense that you wouldn't allow me without me paying a certain amount.
Yeah.
Doesn't make
It doesn't really, it still doesn't make sense.
I feel it's another way to say racism in our country.
Oh yeah, but funny enough, it's still
I mean,
happening even now.
It's discrimination.
still happening now.
Especially at the junior level, it's even
Yes.
worse there. From what we hear, it's worse in the junior level, but it's still happening.
So they
subtly.
expect them to pay to play for their.
To play for the country.
Oh
And
my
the
God.
sums we're talking about are exorbitant, crazy
now
stuff.
today, yes, absolutely.
So all I'm saying to the directors is, look, I have the experience because I've traveled around the world. I've played for how many years? Put me in as the coach, the new manager of the Super Eagles. Forget any money because money will come
Absolutely.
when it's
Absolutely.
right. But because you equally want a little bit of the kickback, you equally don't want to get me in, because if I get in and I start winning matches, I ain't coming out for the next 10 years.
All right, but that gets me. That gets me to this. Maybe we'll delve a little bit, because you just mentioned, and I remember I saw it in the reports very recent. When I read it, John Fashanu wants to be manager of Nigeria. The first thing that comes to my mind is, do you have the badges, the coaching badges, the prerequisite coaching badges?
Yes, I do. This is a coaching unit, and all I do here is coaching. But nevertheless, when I was in England, before I finished, I was a coach for Wimbledon, and I was coaching my team, young boys. So I've got all the certificates, I've got everything there, but it's the willingness. It's playing with people who want you to play. But I understand what the directors, whoever they are, the people are saying. Why should we allow you to come in and with no money when we can let somebody who is nowhere near as good as you, but is going to give us a lot of money? When
mean,
your
this is
money
crazy.
incited, then of course you're going to go for
This
money.
is crazy.
All right, so having said that, but not with, trust me, listening to you, I can understand why you've got a lot of people who are bashing you, because I'm sorry, if I was one of those, I'll bash you
You'll
too,
be
man.
bashing
I
me.
gotta be honest.
Well, he told the truth.
You don't make it easy for people to love you,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
Especially within the particular
Yes.
system you find yourself. I gotta be
Yes.
honest about that. But having said that, but I'm sure there must be some fun times or a few fun moments you enjoyed, even in the 2-3 substitutions you made for Nigeria. Maybe 1 or 2 friends. You told about how MKO brought you. How did
Yes.
MKO brought? That must be fun for you. That
it was
must be really cool for
and
you.
even, let me be very honest, it would have been so easy for me to go to the boss and say, I need some money. These people are threatening me that if I don't pay money, I cannot play
Yeah, I
for
was
the
going to
Super
ask if he
Eagles.
mentioned it to you.
But If I said that, there would have been a war.
Yeah, 'cause he would have come after whoever.
And they would hate me, number one.
Oh, yes.
And they probably wouldn't take the money, but they wouldn't take me.
Make sure, yeah.
They would use an excuse why they don't want me now and blah, blah, blah.
No, but I feel you should have mentioned it to him. Maybe he could have
I
changed the
wanted
narrative
to,
of things.
but I wanted to desperately tell them this is what's going on.
Exactly.
But they made it very clear, John, this doesn't need to go any further than what us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Leave it at that. John, if you are stupid, you act stupid, we will act stupid.
Wow.
Yeah, because it becomes he says, she says. They
Yeah,
could say something else about
Exactly.
yourself as well.
Exactly.
You said this or you said that or you offered or things
That's
like
it.
that. They could go back and forth.
John
with you.
Fashanu, he offered to give us 10 million. We said no, we don't like him. He's not a good player.
Yeah, they'll just say that you're not a good player,
That's
bottom
it.
line. And I remember back at the time, there was a contrast in the style of play. You're coming from the British style of play, and we were not playing British kind of football. So it's very easy for whoever doesn't want
Yes.
you know,
To-
to
yeah,
paint
to play, yeah.
to paint you
Oh,
rubbish.
to
You
play that
understand what I'm
card.
saying? Yeah.
And it just wasn't worth it. I didn't want to disrupt the whole boat, and so people be falling out here, falling out there.
Once in a while, I feel like it's necessary just to fix
Well,
things.
you know,
And I could be wrong.
Well, you're
Because if you guys are saying it's still happening up till now, then at some point we
still
need to
does. I
change.
mean, you hear these
Yes.
things. You hear these things.
Yes.
You hear these things. Like I said, especially at the junior level.
Yes.
You know, and this is what I always say to the present situation, because some of us have come out hard on the federation. You know, because I'm saying to myself, why and how do you hire coaches that you don't pay? Well, so what are you expecting? How do you expect them to make the money? How do you expect? So they have to look inwards to make their money, and that's why the whole this taking, if at all it does happen, that's how it will start happening.
Yes.
Because it's
Yes.
no news. This is true story now. It's no news that the Football Federation does not offer contract to the coaches at the junior level, under 23, under 20, under 17. They don't get paid whatsoever. Well, absolutely, no contracts, no payment. So they have to generate their money somehow. So how do you
expect
do you
them to?
think? How
So
else do you
definitely
think
they
they
will
will?
put pressure on the
You
players
understand what I'm
Yes.
saying?
and
Yeah.
their parents.
You know, and these coaches have families too. I mean, they say you eat where you walk. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you've just
You
said
know,
it.
So, like
You
I said, the
just said it.
situation is still.
I
is
feel
still,
you guys are still like, going mushy about it. We really have to, I don't know, I mean,
Well, it would be love to, wouldn't it?
yes, we have to make
but
noise
I
about
think
it and start calling names and start telling people
Yeah.
this has
She's
got
right.
to change.
No, but I'll say something here in defense of those, because I'm one of those who probably has an idea, who knows and who is not calling names. You live in a country where calling names could be detrimental even when you're right.
You're
Because
right.
he says, she says,
So you have
and
to be
you're not having any
diplomatic. It's
not
you're not
healthy.
having any hard facts.
It's not healthy.
You understand? You're not getting him on a video or camera or something when he's saying it or whatever when he's demanding. And unfortunately, for some of us, like myself, I've been an anti-corruption advocate. Everybody knows that for how many years now in Nigeria against the system, how corrupt it's been, you know. And then when you go to the anti-graft, agencies, talking about the EFCC now and the ICPC, they don't even follow up.
Sure.
You know, the average person anywhere in the world will tell you if you truly and honestly really want to catch the crime, follow the money trail.
True.
That's it.
But it doesn't happen here in Nigeria. You can go, I can accuse John Fash 1 million times and say he collected this from you, collected from me and all that. You go to report, it's only, they just, and then the next day talk to John Fash and they're at that level. They've got common friends. He could call one of his friends to call the director.
You're right.
That's it.
And
You're right.
it gets
That's it.
settled.
That's
you
it.
know, you say, hello guys, if you doubt me, follow the money trail. I might not have the hard evidence to give to you, but the evidence is there in the money trail.
And if you're not
Yeah.
paying them a lot,
Yeah, exactly. It's that's why I say it's the
That's
money
it.
trail, but it's
That's
not
it.
happening here.
That's
You know,
the
so
truth.
I totally understand. I totally understand the situation. Let's get back to business.
are we going on a short break?
You want to cut him a slack?
Yes.
Because I thought he was a hero.
Because the next, I want to go
great.
back to questions.
Great.
I told you who calls the shot. She calls the
She
shot.
calls the shots.
Mimic it.
She calls the shots.
She calls the
But I
shot.
wouldn't want anybody else to call the shots.
Oh, you got she calls the shot, not me, right? All right. You heard it from the man's mouth. Fash the cash. He says he agrees with the lady. We go on a break, and we will be right back. Don't forget, Eagle Zone.
Oh yes.
See you in a
Touch
short.
on
Oh
that.
yes.